Good boy. Hey, Mama's going to do her live. Yeah, she's going to quickly do her live. I know, I've been out. Oh my goodness. Don't knock my mic. Hello. We're live. I'm here finally. Elvis missed me clearly. Like, Elvis, Bubba. I know, I went out. I know. Ow, you're pulling on my hair. All right, Mama's going to do some spinning. Good boy, get down. That's it, good boy. All right, you go sit somewhere. Yeah, you go sit somewhere. Mama's here. It's all right, I'm not going anywhere. Just going to do my spinning. Stop knocking my spindle, please. You big ding ding. You big silly boy. Hey? Mum's got to do some spinning. She promised to do a live every day. Just to do some spinning. Hey? So sorry I was late today. I don't know if anybody's going to be able to come today because it was literally, I was told 10 minutes before I had to leave the house that I was being kidnapped to go op shopping with my sister-in-law's stepkids. So I've been out for the last couple of hours. It was not planned. I was actually planning on getting my yarn scanned and photographed for my shop update, but I think I've lost my sun window now. So I guess that'll have to wait until tomorrow, or I'll have to get some artificial lighting going. But it was all right. I got a couple of things. So I actually got a blanket that I saw when Simon and I went on Saturday that was still there, and I grabbed that because I liked it on Saturday and then it was still there, so I figured it was meant to be. Hi, Jennifer. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you're sick. Hope it's nothing too bad. Elvis will not leave me alone because he missed me clearly, didn't you? You did. You're Big Mama's boy, aren't you? Hey, you Big Mama's boy? Mm. So, going op shopping with a teenage girl and a preteen girl is quite a lot from somebody who does not have children. Bless them, they're sweet. But my goodness, was that what I was like when I was their age? So I'm still spindling on my Turkish spindle. It's become an obsession. And I'm trying to get my ergonomics, like my body, in the right position. Now, I was watching, is it JK Fiber Arts? I can't remember the lady's name. I think it's Kristen. She was saying to keep your shoulders down and your elbows in at your waist, which is hard because I want to do this. So I'm trying to do what's best for my body. Elvis, don't touch the spindle. Nothing too bad. Oh, yes, no, you don't want to be at work like that, especially trapped in a metal box. Not ideal. I'm just about ready to start my new layer on this spindle. Since I don't know whether it's school holidays everywhere in Australia, but it's school holidays at the minute here in Adelaide, so that's why the girls were off op shopping with my mother-in-law. So that's what we did. One of them's mad for clothes. She gets lots of clothes. Shopping sucks. Yeah, well, I mean, I find grocery shopping sucks I don't really love grocery shopping, even though it's the necessary evil. Op shopping is usually pretty fun. I can usually find something. But waiting for teenage girls to try on clothes. Oh, see, I've got my arm up again. So yeah, I'm still working on this is from the Fibre Arts Shed. I put it up on Instagram today, finally, just to show it off because I'm proud of my achievement of learning to Turkish spindle spin. And I only started on Monday, so I'm pretty pleased with myself, I must say. So I don't know, I'm not sure when the next challenge day is. I don't know what I'm going to do for the next one because I think I've sort of beaten the biggest challenge that I feel like I have with spinning, which was always spindle spinning because I'm not good on a regular, like a top or bottom well drop spindle, but it seems that Turkish spindle is where my skill set lies. Oh, wow. Elvis is having a time over here. He can't understand why I've come home and now I'm talking to somebody else and not him. So I'm meeting a friend for coffee on Monday in town, and I'm thinking I might have to take my drop spindle as my craft to do while I'm there. We were going to have a knit and natter, but now that I'm doing this, I kind of think I want to take this with me. We're going probably into the library or the museum or something, so it won't be too obtrusive, I don't think, because there's like tables and things that we can sit at. So I should be able to take my spindle, do a bit of spinning while I'm there. I think Monday again is a rest day, so I won't be going live on Monday, but I will still be spinning if I take my spindle with me, which is a distinct possibility. Why not, hey? Why not make a spectacle of myself and get lots of attention? You know, that thing that I don't desperately love. Says she is. She sits here on YouTube. So I'm starting my next layer on my on my spindle. So I'm really looking forward to plying this actually. I don't know whether I'll ply it on the spindle or whether I'll ply it on my e-spinner. We'll see how we go. Oh, it's too far. Oh goodness, my tummy's just started grumbling. Hopefully the microphone does not pick that up. I have broken my strand. Let's see if we can get that going again. That's my biggest problem with spindle spinning is I have trouble reattaching my yarn. There we go, that wasn't too bad. But that's been my biggest challenge, I think, is getting enough twist in to not drop my spindle and then enough to get it reattached if I drop my spindle. I was looking at the joys today, Jennifer, because I got bamboozled because the listing said it was $199. I'm like, that is really cheap. And it was just for the bag. I'm, I'm like, I thought so. I thought that was far too cheap for that wheel. And an e-spinner, yeah, I love my e-spinner. It's great for plying. Oh, you haven't tried any of them yet? Mm. Yeah, well, I mean, I haven't like because I only learned to do this on Monday. I actually haven't done any spindle spinning in public. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I'd go, but maybe I'll try and crochet while we're walking. Yeah, see, I don't really do much of anything when I'm walking. Usually, Simon, um, he has enough of me doing my crafting while we're watching telly at night. So let alone if we're walking anywhere. Yes, it would have been an amazing deal at that price, but no, it was just for the bag. Because I don't actually have a double treadle wheel, so I always like the look of them, but I just don't know whether I'm so ingrained in a single treadle that it would be a bit of an adjustment for me to swap to the double. Because I have tried a double, but it was very early on in my spinning career. I have one of those cool walking yarn caddy things that you see from time to time, like those little like bucket bags or whatever they are. I know the what was it called? The yarnet. Back in the day, you used to be able to put a strap on the yarnet and carry that around and knit. I've got some yarnets somewhere. I don't know what I've done with them. Yeah, I was talking to Simon the other day and talking about, I think I might have mentioned this on a live, that I'd love to get a matchless, but I think I'll probably have to get it secondhand. But that's if they ever come up. I don't think shacked wheels aren't quite as prolific in Australia, I guess, as the Ashfords. You see Ashfords everywhere. Yeah, I started with a spindle as well. It was a loan from a friend, but it was like I think it was one of the top boil ones, the ones that just have the round bit, and I never had any success with it. You found the joy in July 2023. Oh no. Oh, so you still can't. You did that in 2023. Oh, that sucks. Have you tried 1 foot treadling with your opposite, the one that's not hurt? Because I know I've been watching Trish from Fibre Love Diary. She's been using her double treadle wheel with just 1 foot. It might work. You got the e-spinner. Yeah. E-spinners are great. They're a little bit of a learning curve if you're used to a wheel, but you get used to it pretty quick. You just start slow. Don't put too much twist in to begin with so that it doesn't rip it out of your hands. I was saying in my live one day, I started with a jumbo e-spinner. I got the jumbo one because I wanted to do kind of manufacturing yarn for dyeing. But it's because it's more for art yarn. What I was trying to spin was far too fine and it just kept ripping it out of my hands. So I got the eSpinner 3, which has been much more appropriate to my needs. But I still haven't manufactured yarn to dye as yet. Hi, Nat. You didn't miss too much. I know it was very short notice to change the time. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was saying earlier in the live, I had 10 minutes to get myself ready and out the door earlier because I was essentially kidnapped to go op shopping. So I just jumped on here as quickly as I could because I've still got work to do this afternoon. I was in the middle of it when I got the phone call that I was being picked up. Elvis has missed me and he won't leave me alone for the minute, which is fine. He loves his mum, don't you, Bubba? Huh? Did your mama go out? She did. She did. She went and left you. What a terrible mama. She didn't leave you with snacks or anything. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Oh, she did. Say hello to Natalie. Say hi. Look into the camera and say hi. Yeah. I know. I know. It's- this is this is what happens when we go out. We get full body hugs. Nat says I planted a seed in her brain. Okay. Come on. Get down. Get down. I'm trying to read. Oh, you did. Yeah, I knew that she was going to Bendigo, so whoops, there we go. I've lost my singles. Probably because of being attacked by a dog. Thank you very much. Yeah, they're sweet little 3D printed spindles, so I really like mine. Are you right there? No, I'm not going to put it down. Elvis is pressing on my hands, telling me to put down my spinning. He does the same thing when we're on our phones for too long. Um, I guess it depends on you, Jennifer, whether it's easier or not. I never had success with a regular, like top or bottom well spindle. So I did have one at one point, but I sold it or gave it away because it just wasn't gelling with me. But for some reason, I got this Turkish spindle out on Monday, and I've not looked back. I've just, for me, something about this spindle was just it works. I don't I don't know. I can't explain it myself because in my brain I'm not a spindle spinner. I've never been a spindle spinner. But something about the Turkish spindle, it I don't know. It's like a duck to water for me. I'm just except for the fact that I can't join back on when I have broken my single. I mean, I can eventually, but it's not ideal. So yeah, what Natalie's talking about is if you didn't see the other, I have this 3D printed one that I got from Cat and Sparrow, and I did a little mini skein on that because Cat provided me a little bit of fibre. So I made a little mini skein and it was a lot of fun. Elvis loves sniffing all this fibre and woolly goodness. Hi, Danielle. Welcome. Yes, Jennifer, sometimes things do just click. For some reason, I've just taken to it and now I'm really obsessed. And my copper's getting bigger and bigger and bigger on my. This one was a spindle I got from Knit Picks years and years ago. So I can't say it's my favorite. It has stopped like being as it's like because the arms spin really freely on the shaft, which I don't love because this one the shaft is actually faceted so that it like the arms can't move. They literally sort of lock in, which I prefer. That's much easier to sort of wind on. You got a blue one, Nat. You tried a top well one, had trouble. Yeah, I've tried the top and the bottom wells and I just didn't, something about it just wasn't, I don't know whether they were just poor spindles. I mean, a bad tradesman blames their tools, don't they? Because I never had a really fancy one. It was just like a cheap one that I got from somewhere. But yeah, the Turkish spindle I'm just really enjoying. Elvis, come on, mate. I'm not going to be here that long. I only get another few minutes, okay? I'm getting bullied. Aren't I? Yes, I am. I'm getting bullied. You're being a poo. You've been a big turd. Hmm? Yeah, I know. I went and left you and now I'm ignoring you. I know. I know. Just sometimes things don't work out the way we want. Hmm? Sometimes baby doggos just need to Be patient. Yeah, they do. Hmm? Yeah, they do. Don't knock my spindle, you big bugger. Your turn. No, get down, please. Thank you. Life with a GSP. Beautiful dogs, but they're incredibly Velcro. This one definitely is. Is that one of Trainer's tops too? Trainers. What do you mean trainers, Natalie? Oh goodness. Bless your heart, Jennifer. Can you really stand that much of me? I can't stand that much of me. Oh man. Thank you though for the engagement. Yeah, Turkish you can unfortunately from what I've seen, you can't really get any super fancy one. I've only found one. I've been doing some research. I've only found one kind of fancy wooden one from I think it was the Spinning Guild in Victoria. There was some lovely wooden like ones with the fancy wood because you can find really fancy ones in America with beautiful like coloured wood. In Australia, I've mostly found like the Ashford ones, so or 3D printed ones, which is, I mean, which is fine. I really enjoy that 3D printed one that I got. But yeah, I was on the hunt for something a bit more like the lovely wood, coloured wood ones, like they have, like you see on the American YouTube channels. But I couldn't really find anything other than that one from the guild, which might need to one of those might need to come home to me at some point. They're not as cheap as the 3D printed ones, obviously, because there's wood and extra labor involved. Oh, Granger is in Elvis's jumper. This one is actually his. This one was made for him. Oh gosh, he is giving me a look right now. I'm sorry, I can't show you, but he is he's got the shits with me. Yeah, you do. I can see it in your face. Yeah, Granger did have a couple of red ones. But this one specifically was some of my yarn that I dyed, and it was going to be for Granger, but it was still in yarn form when Granger passed away. So I ended up knitting it for Elvis. So this one's actually Elvis's. We had to wash the stripy one because, of course, he peed on it. Because he's a very, very special boy, aren't you, darling? Yeah, yeah, you are. Elvis has been getting a bunch of. I actually made Trisha's live stream this morning. I actually managed to connect while she was live, and she was chatting to me. I felt like I was talking to a celebrity. And we were talking because Trisha's got a dog called Elvis as well. So every time she talks to her LV, I you know, I always smile because I've got my own LV. So I shared a photo in the Fibre Love Diary Facebook page this morning with my spindle spin, and Elvis has been getting compliments left, right, and centre over on there. Well, you did. You recognised my yarn, yeah, yeah. Well, it's definitely got the hand dyed kind of tonal look to it. It was actually one of my Throne of Glass colorways the Fireheart colourway that I just left the speckles off of because it's supposed to have chartreuse speckles, which I left off. Ugh. Dang it! My singles broke again. See, all this that I'm saying that it came naturally to me, it's like I'm not living that this afternoon. I don't know why I keep breaking my single. Probably because Elvis keeps coming in and bumping my legs because he is not happy with me and I'm a horrible mother. He does feel very hard done by right now. He just keeps laying on the landing outside the door of the room I'm in and just giving me the pouty look. He has bombastic side eye, which most GSPs have. That's a German short head pointer if you're not familiar. So he has the bombastic side eye, and he has a bottom lip that just about grazes the ground when he's upset. So it's quite easy to know when Elvis is out of sorts. You always know when he's not happy with something. You get that bottom lip coming out. I'm pretty sure I've shared photos of it on the Instagrams. The picture that I shared in the Fibre Love Diary group was one with his bottom lip hanging out. Well, Jennifer, you're in Adelaide too. Oh, lovely. Yeah, I'm over in Seaton. Some of the western suburbs. A friend of mine used to live at Andrews Farm, so I've driven out there. Yes, Elvis, I won't be long, darling. I'll go to 30 minutes. We're at 27 minutes at the minute, and then I'll go and tend to the needy puppy. Yes, you're very needy, aren't you, my darling? Yes, you are. Oh, you guys probably can see him, can't you? Oh, getting a bit thin. Oh well. See if we can get it going. It won't break. My arm keeps going up. What are you doing, sweetie? I'll be with you in a minute. Be long. Worse than children, I swear. So I have a dog that won't get off my lap, and we have cats that won't get off laps, and toddlers. He did miss me. He always misses me. He's we struggled a really long time when we got him because Granger was very independent. He would barely even look at us when we left the house. Like he was just like, yeah, whatever, off you go. I'm fine. Whereas Elvis, because he's basically grown up in a family from the beginning and lived in a house with a lot of people before we got him, he had a lot of like separation anxiety when we would leave him early on. So we weren't leaving him at home, we were taking him with because he was just getting so distressed. But he's gotten a lot better now. Usually, we always have to give him some sort of like edible treat to leave, so that he's kind of distracted as we leave. And I think he's getting better, but he is a very, very like clingy, wants to know where we are, wants to be where we are kind of dog. It's like it took some adjustment because, like I said, Granger was just so independent and he did his own thing. And, he'd come occasionally to see what we're doing and get a morsel of food or a cuddle or something, but then he'd just disappear again. Whereas Elvis needs to know where we are at all times. And when we go out without him, he gets upset. He's back on the landing staring at me. Oh, goodness. Oh, well, I think we've hit 30 minutes now. So I might go back to work and give this dog some attention. I'll just finish winding on my singles. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the spindle spinning. Yeah, I would definitely recommend giving it a go if you haven't yet. Have a go on your spindle, Jennifer, and see how you go. If you might not like it, but you might like a Turkish spindle. It might turn out to be what you'd like. So, all right. Thank you for being here, guys. I'm glad to get some people who can't usually join here, which is fab. Elvis is here to say bye. Yeah, I know. But yeah, we will be back tomorrow, I think. I don't think there's anything, unless I get kidnapped again, which is probably unlikely to happen. Did you just knock my microphone off again? You did. I have no idea where that went. So hopefully you guys can still hear me, because he's just knocked my microphone off again. So I don't know where it's gone. So I should probably go. I don't know if you can even hear me, because it's gone. So I will catch you in the next one if you can make it. Thank you for hanging out. Bye. Where did it go? And what did you do? Where did it go? Elvis. Hey. Oh,